Hello and welcome back to VHawks podcast. It's time for another week of VHawks football,
I've
with
put
both of our
30,
teams being playing this year or this week.
just an FYI to the viewers, I have put $30 on the 49ers to win against the Seahawks. Might be a spoiler to what I'm picking, but
It's a win-win for you.
it will be a little disappointing to be out $30, but and then I can't talk next week because the deal we had.
Oh yeah, so if you beat the Niners, you can't talk. That's right,
Yeah.
man. So I'll have to come up with another team I can do that again because that would only mean I can't talk if we beat the Lions week 18.
Well, no, we
It's
just
too
agree
far.
because
It's
it's
too far
division
away.
foes.
Oh, any division foe?
No, just Lions and 49ers.
Oh, so I legit. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I could pick another team.
No.
Just say that with it in my upcoming schedule. But
Or let's make
anywho,
a deal. Whoever loses or mm, whoever wins the Seahawks Vikings game cannot talk that next Tuesday.
I guess we could do that, but it kind of defeats the purpose since that's like the. We'll probably stream that one, won't we?
What weekend was that?
I don't know, but I mean that's like the podcast weekend.
Okay, you
That's not
start
the
going through
podcast
games
game.
and I'll do mine afterwards and we'll go from there.
Yeah, ours should be at a four. That is the Vikings' only 425 game because it's in Seattle. So we don't play another 425 game this year other than yours. So
I might be back in town. I'm not sure. We'll discuss when we get closer.
okay, yeah. I mean, if you're not in town, I think I think both of us will have to speak if you're not in town and we're not streaming it. But if we're streaming it, then I don't have to speak after if I win. So
Because it's December 22nd.
right,
Okay, well, on to the Commanders Eagles game. This should be a really good game. Two top NFC East teams. That is
yep.
not the Cowboys.
Nope.
I'm going with
And
the upset here, or the least picked team. I'm going with the Commanders to have a bounce back game. Eagles got an easy win. Commanders are coming off a tough loss. I feel like they're going to want to bounce back. Dan Quinn probably has a way to stop Jalen Hurts in this offense. So, your
yeah. I mean,
thoughts?
both these teams are hot, and it's really hard to pick here. Philly is just such a dang good home field advantage. And they're relevant again, so they're not booing Sirianni. So I really think that's going to be a game changer in this, and that's the only reason why I'm giving Philly the edge in my pick, is because both of these teams are red hot on offense right now. Philly's getting it together on defense. Commanders already have it together, but I'm going to continue riding with the hot hand. That's been growing more, I guess, with Philly. But again, if this was in Washington, I'd be picking the Commanders. So, and in fact, when they play again, I will be picking the Commanders unless Jaden Daniels is injured. So, moving on. Three, two, one. Green Bay.
Packers,
Three, two, one. Detroit.
Lions,
We can just go ahead and do mine. Three, two, one. Minnesota.
Vikings. Say the team name. What are you doing? We always do the team name.
Hey, look at what it says on the screen.
We've always done the team name.
Fine, let's go back. Hey, all right, I'm going back. Eagles, Packers, Lions, Vikings,
Jeez, Kyle. Okay, three, two, one, Dolphins.
Dolphins,
Good Lord. Three, two, one, Rams.
Rams,
Okay, we're just not doing this at the same time anymore. Three, two, one, Saints.
Browns.
Okay, then.
I'm picking the upset there, but what do you mean not at the same time? I did it at the same time with you.
You're doing it like a second late.
then our connection must be off a little bit then.
Okay, knowing our locations, that makes sense.
So, all right. But yeah, I'm actually going to go with the Browns on this one. They're fresh off a bye week. Both these teams are terrible. Um, but I mean, Browns have a decent defense, and Derek Carr does not do well against defenses that are actually good. And I think that Jameis Winston can actually pull off this win. Again, this is not a very important game, but Browns coming off a bye week, I think, is going to be very important. So
It's the team coming off a bye week but are limping that limped into the bye week versus a team that just played on Sunday but have some sort of momentum. So
yeah. But you're also talking about a team that still has a chance in Cleveland to get to the playoffs versus New Orleans, who does not have a
the
chance.
Saints have a worse record.
The Saints have a better record.
A better record. I'm sorry. I meant the
Yeah.
Browns have a
But
worse.
the NFC is more competitive.
Though
And they've already lost a bunch of division games. Like they're 3 games behind in the wild card race.
but they're only 3 games back of the division.
Yeah, but they've lost to the Falcons. And they've lost to the Panthers. And they've lost to the Bucks twice, I believe.
Doesn't mean Atlanta won't falter because we've seen them do it.
That's true. I think they're 1-3 in the division, though, if I'm not mistaken, which is awful. So
And Cleveland is 5 games back of the division. I think what, 3 or 4.
yeah, but they're not trying to make the division. They're just trying to make the wild card, same as the Saints.
Okay,
But
so that's a
in
4 game.
tiebreaker scenarios, though,
Still, I just feel like the Saints have momentum. Browns are struggling.
yeah.
They
I was gonna
actually
say we really don't need to argue much over this. They're two bad teams. Neither of these teams are doing anything. So
okay. I don't know why they've switched this up on here, but just going off of what the screen says,
yeah,
Jets.
yeah, I'm going with the Jets. Actually, get a bounce back win. Try to actually convince us they're gonna run the table. And then okay, then it flips back to the one that we have at the top. Okay. Let's see. I'm guessing you're going Steelers.
Yeah, I just feel like Baltimore's defenses has struggles, um, especially against the deep ball. And what does Russ like to do? Um, and the Steelers actually have a defense where they can hold the Ravens to not let up 21 straight points or whatever it was. Um, just one of those things I feel like the Steelers have the ability to beat a team like the Ravens, and especially with this being in Pittsburgh. So, yeah.
Did Kyle Hamilton get ejected on Thursday?
I have no clue.
Was there something with that? Because I feel like I didn't see him on the field in the second half. Didn't know if he got injured or not. But um Lamar is having another MVP like season, and I'm
He
gonna
might
I'm gonna
be
ride with
injured.
that.
He has an ankle injury.
Oh, he's injured? Gotcha.
Let me see
That
what.
might be why they didn't do so well on defense. He's kind of the key. Anyway,
Not a serious ankle injury. I don't know how long it will be, but it's an ankle sprain.
gotcha. Okay. Regardless, I think I'm still gonna go with the Ravens. I don't see Lamar slowing down anytime soon. With division weirdness, anything is possible. With that being said, the Steelers are probably gonna win this 9-3. But like, um, you never know what's gonna happen. I just think the Ravens are red hot, and I mean, even if they have to get into a shootout, I think they're more poised to win that shootout. But I won't doubt that Pittsburgh's a great team, so we'll see what happens.
And for the
Another
next
one where you
one,
can't really say like much.
Falcons v Broncos. I'm going with the Falcons. I feel like that Chiefs loss for the Broncos is something that's demoralizing that takes a couple weeks to get out of. Um, feel like Atlanta has the better ability to bounce back than the Broncos do with a rookie quarterback, especially with how much was with that Chiefs game. So yeah, going with the Falcons.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins can actually throw for a lot of yards, unlike a certain Kermit the Frog quarterback. Um, so I think just their ability to move the football is going to be a difference in this game. So I'm going to take the Falcons as well. 3, 2, 1, 49ers. I thought, are we not doing that?
Moving on.
You didn't say your pick.
You know what the pick is to just move on.
But I know I don't. I do not know what the pick is.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. You didn't say it.
Moving on.
What's your pick, dude?
Moving on.
You got the last of the 4:05 p.m. games on the slot.
Screw it. Seattle.
So you're gonna put 30 on San Fran and pick Seattle?
One of them gotta be right.
There you go. So you're gonna win two or lose two. That makes sense. I can respect that.
I'm going
Let's
with the
see.
Bills for the upset. I just feel like
Me too.
Kansas City has to lose a game somewhere because nobody goes a complete perfect season unless you're the Miami Dolphins. And Miami's ready to open up that champagne bottle. So
But
Chiefs,
see, Miami didn't have Taylor Swift
but they actually went undefeated.
and the refs, but they didn't win the Super Bowl.
Did they not win the Super Bowl?
Miami won a perfect 17-0 season, or
But they
they won a
didn't.
perfect season, but they didn't win the Super Bowl that year. I don't believe so anyway.
Well, then why weren't the Patriots given the champagne bottle?
They never played a perfect season.
Yes, they did. To go to
Hold
the
on.
Giants?
To go to the Giant. What?
The Patriots under Tom Brady had a perfect season and then lost in the Super Bowl to the Giants.
Gotcha. But were they 16-0?
The Dolphins did win the Super Bowl versus the Redskins.
Perfect record of 14 wins and 0 losses. Team had dominated the entire season. Huh.
And they won the divisional playoffs, the AFC championship, and the Super Bowl.
Hmm. Did not know that. Okay. Well, that is back in the time where there were 14 games, so I guess that's far enough back. But all right. Cool. Well, the more you know.
Yeah.
I thought it was a perfect regular season record. So,
Well, no, because the year that the Patriots, I think it was this maybe the second time, I forgot which one it was. But when they faced Eli Manning in the Super Bowl, they had a perfect record and then lost in the Super Bowl to Eli Manning.
gotcha.
But yeah, I'm going with the Bills. Chiefs got to lose somewhere. This is in the Bills. The Bills usually have a better chance to beat them in the regular season than in the playoffs. Um,
Yep.
Next
Yeah, I'm
game,
picking Buffalo as well. And my reasoning was actually what you just brought up. Buffalo or Josh Allen and against Mahomes has 3 wins, and all 3 of them are in the regular season. So I think it's going to go to 4.
I'm going with the Bengals for the next game. The Chargers struggle or have struggled in high scoring games. Um, at least on both sides, not against the Panthers where they can put up a whole bunch of points and the Panthers do nothing. Um, and the Bengals offense has been looking better, just not against the Ravens when it comes to actually winning the game. But it's also the Bengals are coming off of a mini bye with the Thursday night game. Chargers are coming off a tough win against the Titans, I can say. Um, so yeah, going with the Bengals.
Yeah, this is the game of I thought you were supposed to be good going up against you have a 6-3 record? How?
Yeah.
That's the type of game that I see it as. I'm also picking the Bengals for this game. I honestly don't know how either of these teams has the record they have. If it was switched, that would make more sense. But uh Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals. They might have figured out their offense, it seems like, and the Chargers, if they try to get into a close game with the Bengals, I feel like that's not going to end well. So I'll take the Bengals in this one.
Sadly,
Bengals need to run the table too, not gonna lie.
the Bengals only wins this season have been against two-win teams.
Yeah,
Sadly, the Chargers are not a two-win team, so if they do lose, that's the reason. Um,
that's true.
3-2-1 Texans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The battle of I thought Texas was supposed to be the best football teams.
at least in the regular season.
No, I just meant in general. Like, high school football is taken really
Oh yeah.
seriously, even middle school football, like all that. So
Though the
just funny how the pro teams can't do crap.
so
So
the University of Texas has been down for the past couple of years until last year.
yeah. Oh, and you know what? The Germany teams get to enjoy their bye week. Oh man. I for one am glad that I don't have to see the Giants or the Panthers play this week.
Sadly, Arizona might cool off on their bye week, but we'll see what happens.
Sadly, isn't that wouldn't that make you happy?
I'm more looking at it as just a football fan.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was gonna say if they cool off, that gives you a better shot. But
Yeah,
I understand now.
I have no hope right now.
All right.
You know what? I'm
You know
doubling
what we
down.
haven't done?
I'm
Huh?
doubling down. I'm going back to the 49ers.
Ah, so you've chosen the team and have gone back to what I thought you were gonna pick. Okay, there you go. We haven't done score predictions ever. Do you want to start now or no?
No.
Okay. Um, all right. Well, let's hope Matt can be given hope again. And let's hope that the Vikings take care of business on their second game of their 3-game road streak or 3-game road stretch. So,
Geno Smith
um,
is me right now.
uh, he looks like he's an ostrich sticking his head into the dirt trying to hide from something.
The
It's kind of
49er
funny.
defender kneeling down right next to him, probably.
Yeah, just got thrown down to the ground.
If I don't see you, you don't see me type mess.
Yeah, pretty much. And then the picture on the left is exactly that will be the reason why we win the game if we win is our defense. So,
Yeah, that'll be all
yeah.
for this week, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday.
Skull.
Peace.